Y'all remember when Alexandria Cortez called Nancy Pelosi a racist? Remember that? I still remember that. Other people may remember that, but it happened a few weeks ago. And funny thing is that essentially this was after Nancy Pelosi, what usually happens in the past, and it depends what party's in power in the House of Representatives. The Speaker of the House will bring some of the more vocal members and go, "Hey, you need to shut it down, okay?" So I think she brought in Cortez, Tlaib, I think Ilhan Omar, I don't know who else, but then she kind of like scolded him and said, "Hey, you guys need to cut it down. We're on the same team here." And then immediately, AOC went to the internet, went to Twitter and said, "Nancy Pelosi only scolded women of color, therefore she's a racist." Remember that? I remember that. But what did Nancy Pelosi do? Nothing. She didn't say a damn word. She didn't say, "I'm not a racist, how dare you?" And that comes to I think the point of my video here. If everyone's a racist, then no one is a racist. This term has been thrown around so much that it's lost all meaning. Now, there are some racially tinged words out there that obviously the meaning sort of transcends time. But the word racist, bigot, homophobe, transphobe, blah, 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 those words don't mean anything anymore. Because they're used to describe people that you don't agree with, or you don't like, or you want to thrash publicly, if you will. Say you got an uncle you don't like, he's a racist because he doesn't agree with your, coastal elite way of thinking. I just find it's funny. And to have Nancy Pelosi not back herself up, she's weak. That means what Trump said about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the J Squad, the Squad, they're in control. The far left is in complete control of the Democrat Party. Flat out. Now I know you're going to say, "Well, who's in control of the right? The Conservative Party, the Republicans. It's a far right." No, there's not. It's actually proven pretty substantially that the Republicans have moved more toward the center, and the people, the far leftists, have pulled the Democrats farther left than of center. It's just amazing. All right, let's get another shot. Let's get a shot of the road. All right. So, I think that's the whole point. I think it's the whole point I'm talking about here. Is that calling someone a racist doesn't mean anything anymore. I would say 20 years ago, if you will, if someone called you a racist, that was a big deal. And it's like, how dare you call me that? And then nowadays, when you try to say, "I'm not a racist," they'll go, "Well, that's what a racist would say. I'm not a racist." So if you defend yourself, if you're called a racist, and you try to defend yourself by saying that you're not a racist, then you're a racist? Or if you say, "I'm not a bigot," but then that's what a bigot would say. This is the same thing as what happened during the Salem witch trials. "I'm not a witch. That's what a witch would say." So here's how we'll define, you not being a witch. We'll dunk you in water and we'll drown you. If you drown, you're not a witch. But if you don't drown and you float to the top of the water, that means you're a witch. Okay. Or if they burn you at the stake, if you will. Whatever the case may be, how they determine it. You can't defend against it because, you can't defend against it because it's from an indefensible position. You're being accused of something that you're not. You say that you're not, and then you're a racist. That makes zero sense. But according to far leftists, makes complete sense. Because far leftists are never racist. Oh yeah, but isn't that what Bette Midler was demeaning African Americans at a Trump rally? She basically stated in a tweet that how much you have to pay those black people to come into your meeting there. Of course she was called out on it, but then she gave a half-assed apology, saying that, well, Donald Trump's a racist first. Then she basically come out further and said, I didn't mean to call African American women of color. See, it's just gotten so weird that even talking about this subject, it boggles my mind. Calling someone a racist because you don't agree with them, yeah, that's a way to construct a critique or an argument. I mean, whatever. It's just amazing that this is where we at. This is where we're at in this country. Now, I know it's not everybody. I know it's just a lot of times we perceive reality, what we see on the social media, Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, all the other social media platforms. We perceive that as reality. But in reality, I don't necessarily think that's true. If you just go to a small town, maybe people don't disagree. People maybe disagree with each other, but it's not that way. I find it, and also maybe it does happen. I don't know. Maybe I need to get out more. But I consider myself, have a pretty good ear to the ground to get the tone of what's going on. But I don't know. It's just a weird time. Yeah, I'm kind of glad to get this out while I'm driving. Getting down this long, stinking road. Hey, look, 409. Anyways, so I guess that was just some random thought that came in my head, about Nancy Pelosi being called a racist, and then her not fighting back against it, and then argue with someone, and if you don't like him, you call him a racist to win the argument. That's no way. It's just, I don't know. That's no way to construct a society, I guess. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. But I don't know. That's just me. Laszlo's random thoughts number 1. Nah, I won't name that. Or will I? No.